Hi, Mr. Suhu. It's Brian. So I'm going to describe the definitions of mean, median, outlier, range, and quartile. Mean is the sum of all terms divided by the number of terms, and median is the middle term. Outlier, the number that stands out the most. Range is the highest term minus the lowest term. Then you do the quartile 1, which is the median of the left half of the values.
Quartile 3 is the median of the right half of values. Mode is the number that occurs the most. Standard deviation is the desperation of values. The formula for standard deviation is the square root of epsilon times x minus the mean squared over the number of all terms.
For this step, we're arranging the numbers from 0 to 15, and the median is 6. Then we add them all together to get 124. Then for the mean, we do 124 divided by 19. That's how many numbers there are. Then it equals 6.526. For quartic 1, we do the numbers that's in between the first half, and then quartic 3 that's on the other side of the rest of the half. Then we divide it by 2 for those numbers, and you'd get 2 and 8. For this step, we have to find mode. Mode is the most reoccurring number. Then we do quartile 3 minus quartile 1, and quartile 3 is 15, and then quartile 1 is 0. That's for going from highest to lowest. Subtraction just equals 15 because it's 0. Then that's it. For this step, we have the mean that's on the right side subtracted by the term on the left side. Once we get the numbers inside the parentheses, we multiply the exponent, and then we multiply the number on the outside based on how many terms are in the order. Once we do that for all those steps, we square root it with 417.663492 over 19. 19 is how many terms there were within the equation, and once you do that, then you square root it after you get divided by 19, and your answer is 21.98228905.
The 5-number summary consists of the minimum, quartile 1, median, quartile 3, and maximum. In this number sequence, the minimum is 0, the quartile 1 is 2, the median is 6, the quartile 3 is 8, and the maximum is 15.
For this step, we're doing the dot plot and the box plot. We put all the numbers on, all 19 numbers on the graphs. We got 1 through 15 right here, and we put each one that's repeating on there. So there's 0 through 15, and then after that, for the box plot, we put the minimum, the quartic 1, and then median, quartic 3, and then maximum, and then we get our box plot.
For a frequency chart, you're going to write how many terms are within 2 terms. For example, from 0 to 2, there are 3 terms. From 2 to 7, there are 7. From 7 to 15, there are 4. From 15 to 20, there are 4. You're going to plot it on the graph. You do not count the second term. So from 0 to 2, you don't count how many are in 2. From 2 to 7, you don't count how many terms are within 7. From 7 to 15, you don't count how many are within 15. From 15 to 20, you don't count how many are within 20.
Standard deviations for the empirical rule. For standard 1 deviation, there's 68%, adding 34 and 34. Standard number 2 deviation is 95%, and then standard 3 is 99.7%. So this is how it goes. It goes from here, then it goes to here, and it goes to here, and then at the end. So it keeps moving outward. And those are the deviations.
Standard 1 deviation consists of 34%, standard 2 deviation consists of 13.5%, and standard 3 deviation consists of 2.35%, and standard 4 deviation consists of 0.15%.
Did you meet your goals?
One goal that I had this year was self-improvement.
For mine, I was trying to better my perception and the way I view things in life.
Did you guys have a goal?
Yeah, my goal was self-improvement. I did succeed my goal.
Mine was to hang around with smarter people and not get into any fights or being suspended, show up on time with school, and try to really reflect on how I was doing these past several, like freshman through junior year, see how better I've become over these 3 years, and now I'm better as a senior.
What prevented you from reaching your goal?
Some things that prevented me was hanging with the wrong crowd of people, getting into drama, and just overall not focusing on my actual goal.
For me, it was like procrastination sometimes, and some personal things with my family. But after a while, I got through them, and I've come to learn that family is the most important thing. So that's what we need to improve on as a whole with me and my family.
What did you learn through the school year?
During the school year, I learned that you gotta pick your friends wisely. Try not to get into too much drama. Shouldn't get into drama at all. And just overall do you and try to succeed.
With me, it's like teachers like you, Mr. Suhu, that like help us out, really try to understand us, and for us to make time capsules of ourselves, viewing us as what we are now and what we will be in the future. And I'm really happy to have all this stuff that you've given us over the year.